The Gemara continues with a brand new case. The case is a Magdish b'seich sadech haveirei shalei b'rshos. If somebody went and unloaded their grain into their friend's yard without asking their friend permission. The Gemara here will say three halachas, or the Mishnah rather, will say three halachas that apply in this case. Number one is v'achlasan behemtei shel bal hasadeh potter. If the animal of the owner eats this grain, he's potter from paying for the animal, the grain. The next case is v'mhuzka bohen bal hagadish chayiv. If the owner's animal got hurt on it or injured on it, then the person who put it in is chayiv. The third case over here is higdish b'rshos bal hasadeh chayiv. If he had permission to put it in, then the owner of the yard is chayiv for the damage caused by his animal. That is the Mishnah. Those three halachas. The first halacha is that if he put it in without permission and the animal eats it, the owner of the field is potter. If the animal gets injured on this grain, the owner who put it in is chayiv. And if he did it with permission, then the owner of the field is chayiv to repay the person for putting it in. The Gemara now will focus on this last case, the third case. That if he put it in with permission, then the owner of the field is chayiv. And the Gemara says, shall we suggest, it seems to be that this Mishnah is not in accordance with Rebbe's opinion. The Ika Rebbe, if it's like Rebbe, ha'omar achikabel alav bal habayis lishmar. He is of the opinion that the owner of the field has to accept responsibility. By merely telling him, allowing him to put it in, does not mean that he accepts responsibility to watch the grain. It just means that you could put it in at your own risk. And this is based on a Mishnah on Daf Mem Zayin. The Mishnah about Daf Mem Zayin gives almost an identical case. It says, Hichnis peretz l'chatzer bal habayis shalei b'rshos. Over there it's not grain, it's fruit. But the exact same three halachas it says over there. If the animal eats it, the owner of the field is potter, because it went in without his permission. And if it got hurt on it, the owner of the fruit is chayiv to pay for the injury of the animal. And if he had permission, then the owner of the field is chayiv. That's almost the exact same thing, identical to our Mishnah. And over there, Rebbe says, Rebbe Aimer, Bekulon eine chayiv achi kabel alav lishmar. And in all these cases, and the Mishnah there lists several cases, but it's saying it that in any case, the owner is not going to be responsible unless he actually accepted upon himself responsibility to watch it. And that is, that Rebbe holds that if someone says you have permission to put it in my yard, it means at your own risk. It does not mean I'm going to accept responsibility and therefore he's potter. If, however, he said that I'll accept responsibility, then Rebbe agrees that the owner there will be chayiv. So it seems to be that our mission over here is not according to Rebbe. Our mission over here does not require him to accept responsibility. It just says that if he had permission to put in, then he is chayiv. The Gemara answers that no. Amar Papa, Hacha benater beidari askinan. In our case over here, we're actually not even dealing with a case of the house. We're actually talking about an entirely different case. A nater beidari means a watchman of the granary. And Rashi explains that it used to be that everybody in that area would pile their grain in the same area and they would hire somebody to watch it. Now this watchman, the Gemara says, the kivan da amar le ayel ugedosh, when this watchman says that you could put your grain in, ayel va'anter lachu, it means I will accept responsibility. It doesn't mean that he said that, but it means it's as if he said, I will accept responsibility. And there even Rebbe would agree that if he says bring it in, it means I will accept responsibility, and the owner is going, and the watchman is going to be chayiv if his animal ate up some of that grain.